YAP member, and I'm here today to talk with Investigator Kreusel about all things animal cruelty. I hope you enjoy this video. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for allowing us to interview you today. I really appreciate your dog bowl for your candy there. So I was just curious, what kind of calls do you get on a normal day?
Primarily the calls I get have to do with neglect of either food, water, care, or shelter. A little less frequent than that is something called cruel confinement, where somebody keeps an animal in a way that causes the animal unwarranted pain and suffering. And even less likely than that, less frequent, but still something I run into is where somebody kind of intentionally harms an animal. But that's pretty much the whole gambit.
So who do you report to?
So I work for the Fort Bend County District Attorney's Office, and so my head boss is Brian Middleton, who's the Fort Bend County District Attorney, and below him I have a chief and an assistant chief.
What types of evidence have you used in court?
So the bread and butter of my evidence is going to be photographs, audio tapes. I wear a body cam now, so I have that kind of thing. And we also have veterinary testimony, and then my testimony of the things that I just observed based on my training and experience.
When you decide not to seize the animal, what are other ways that you respond?
If I'm not going to seize an animal from somebody, I have a multitude of ways that I can deal with that. I may just educate the person. And a lot of times I refer that education out to the Houston Humane Society, where they've got lessons and things like that where people can learn about better care for their animals. And if it's an issue with their resources caring for the animal, I may ask if they'd like to own or surrender the animal to me. And at that point, it would go to the Houston Humane Society most likely. They take a lot of my owner surrenders like that. And it's just a good way for an owner to be able to care for an animal one last time in a lack of resource. And then maybe if they have some resource but not quite enough, maybe I'll also tell them about Houston Humane Society and the fact that you guys have a low-cost clinic that they can go to.
I noticed your flashy pin there. So what else do you do to help the community?
Yeah, so just for instance, April is Child Abuse Prevention Month. One of the things that I spend some of my time on is Southeast Texas Link Coalition. It's an organization that helps bring attention to the fact that there's a link between animal cruelty and child abuse and at-home domestic violence. So I spend time working with groups like that. And also, I'm just a police officer, so if I'm driving around in my police car, it may say animal crimes on it, but if there's a stranded motorist, I could totally help them out too. Things like that.
So what happens when you find cruelty?
So, there's a number of ways I can handle a situation like that. I may just educate the person on how to care for their animal better. I may refer them to the Houston Humane Society for so they can get some help in the care of their animals. And I may ask if they want to own or surrender the animal as a way for them to kind of care for the animal one last time. And I'll usually take it to Houston Humane Society when that happens. But in other cases, I may seize the animal. And when I do that, I'm going to go write a warrant and get a judge to sign it and go seize the animal. And most times they also go to Houston Humane Society, where we're going right now to go visit with a whole bunch of superheroes that are there.